Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is November 30th. On this day in 1925, the west coast of Florida began to be affected by a rare late November tropical storm known as the 1925 Florida Tropical Storm. The storm was first identified on the 27th as a tropical depression situated to the southeast of the Yucatan Peninsula, then slowly intensified and attained tropical storm status roughly 12 hours after forming as it drifted towards the southeast before abruptly turning north-northwestward. Throughout the 30th, the storm quickly strengthened as it affected the western tip of Cuba with 50-mile-per-hour winds. Once the storm was in the Gulf of Mexico, the storm turned northeastward and reached peak intensity at 65 miles per hour. Within hours of reaching peak strength, the storm made landfall just south of Fort Myers, Florida, early on December 1st, as it was beginning to transition to an extratropical cyclone. The storm then crossed the Florida peninsula and exited around St. Augustine. Heavy rain continued over northeast Florida on the 2nd. Gale-force winds were reported from the Keys to Jacksonville, and 73 people lost their lives, mostly on ships at sea, which made this the deadliest tropical cyclone to impact the United States and not become a hurricane. Jacksonville alone suffered from $1 million in damage, and the excessive rain and wind caused serious damage to citrus and truck crops. Total overall damage was $3,000,000 United States dollars, but close to a century later in 2024 United States dollars, that would be the equivalent to over $54.1 million. On this day in 2006, the early winter 2006 North American storm complex was taking shape and affecting the Midwest. It had already impacted the Pacific Northwest on the 26th, with snow all the way to the coast, then the Rocky Mountains and northern plains after that, before moving eastward into the Midwest late on the 28th. The most significant impacts took place on the 29th and the 30th, where up to a foot of snow with blizzard conditions and some freezing rain at times across the plains and Midwest, as far south as Texas through the 30th. Freezing rain and other winter weather also took place across parts of the southern plains and Tennessee Valley by the 30th. Tulsa, Oklahoma saw 10 inches of snow from blizzard conditions, which was a record high snowfall for that city for so early in the season. The storm continued to move northeastward late in the day on the 30th and produced heavy snow and ice across most of Kansas and Missouri. The Wichita, Kansas area saw blizzard conditions, while snow in Butler, Missouri accumulated up to 15 inches. In the St. Louis region, sleet and freezing rain caused widespread power outages, with over 500,000 customers, almost entirely Ameren, losing power in Missouri and Illinois. For some, power was not restored for a week. On December 3rd, over 300,000 customers were still without power, which prompted the Army National Guard to come in and provide aid. The storm also significantly impacted central Illinois, with Bloomington receiving 3 inches of ice, followed by 17.6 inches of snow. In Peoria, heavy snow caused the roof of a nursing home to collapse, which injured 4 people. On the morning of December 1st, the storm hit the Chicago area, with its intensity peaking during the morning rush hour. The expected impact caused over 450 flights to be canceled at O'Hare International Airport and 70 flights to be canceled at Midway International Airport. Additionally, hundreds of schools, colleges, and even workplaces, mostly in the collar counties, were closed for the day. In LaSalle and Peru, 17 inches of snow fell from blizzard conditions, which brought Interstate 80 to a standstill for much of the day. Chicago's northern and northwestern suburbs were some of the hardest hit, where up to 15 inches of snow fell in McHenry and over a foot fell over much of the Lake County and northwestern Cook County, Illinois. Although thanks to warm air on the backside of the low, which produced more of a slushy mixture and less snowfall, the city of Chicago only saw 6.2 inches. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. And if you're just joining this channel, Please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel.